Okay, so you gotta simplify these problems with exponents here. So you have 9, 9, okay, well, first of all, let's talk about multiplying with exponents. So like, can you do 3 squared times 4 squared? No, it's not, because, I don't know if it is, I don't think it is, because um, you have to have, in order to multiply with exponents, the bases have to be the same. So this is a base, and this is a base, and you can't multiply them unless they're the same number, right? So you can only do 3 to the 4th times like 3 to the 10th. Now, if the bases are the same, and they are, check, check, then you add the tops. All right, so this is 3 to the 14th. But sometimes with a little bit of math, you can make the bases the same. And that's the case with the top one. But before we do that, let's talk about what is 2/3 to the power of 7. Yeah, yes. But that's a topic that's often confused by a lot of people. So let's see if we can kind of make sense of it. So if you have, I think of like addition as the most basic operation you could do, addition. And then something a little bit more high tech, multiplication. And something a little bit more advanced in multiplication is dealing with exponents. Exponents. Okay, so multiplication requires knowledge of addition, right? You have to conceptually understand how to add to conceptually understand how to multiply, right? And exponents, you have to kind of conceptually understand the idea of multiplication to understand the idea of exponents, right? Okay. Now let's say you over here we're going to deal with um, so this is our exponent section, exponents, and we're going to either multiply, or we're going to do a power, like a power to a power kind of a thing, and you're going to multiply. So an example of multiply would be like 3 squared times 3 to the 5th. And power to power would be like 4 to the 7th to the second power. Well, but you see how I kind of listed these all in like levels of difficulty? Okay, so I think of it as like, you kind of like forget about this guy right here. And this one, to multiply, you do the easier task. And then for this one, you do this one. See, so the easier of the two, you use the easier of your operation options. And then the more complicated of the two, you go with the next difficult operation. Okay, so here we can't multiply these because the bases aren't the same, but you can turn this 9 into a 3 by going like this, 3 squared, see? And then take that whole thing to 2/3. And now you have that, and then you have this. What'd you say? I squared the 9. I mean, I squared the 3. I did 3 squared. Uh, well, there it is. Ta-da. That's that. Well, we're not done yet, but this is still the number 9, right? Just like this is still the number that's right here. I didn't change anything. I just rewrote 9 a different way. All right, now look, I'm taking a power to a power. How do I do that? Multiply. So I have to do this 2 right here, this 2 times 2/3. I get a 2 times 2/3. All right, what's 2 times 2/3? 4/3. So over 1, go across the top and across the bottom. So this becomes 3 to the 4/3 times 3 to the 2/3. All right, Now I'm multiplying. What operation do I do? You add them. So it's going to be 4/3 plus 2/3, which is 6/3. And what is 6/3? 2. Yeah, 6/3, so 2. So that means that this is 3 to the power of 2, right? Which is 9. And let's try this other one. What's that? If you can't do it. If you can't like if you cannot make the bases the same, like you can't do this. Like it's like 7 squared times like 3. You can't. You have to actually do 7 squared, which is 49, and then I don't know why I picked 3 to the 10th, and do like 3 to the 3 squared, so 9, and so you do 49 times 9. You can't like do anything with the tops because the bases aren't the same. Okay. And then the other one is exactly the same way. So walk me through this one. So 8 to the 3/4. We can rewrite that. How do we do that? 2 cubed, okay, and take that to the power of what? 3/4, all right. Okay, and then 2 to the 9/4, is that what you just said? Okay, times 2 to the 3/4. Okay, so then what's the final answer? Which which is 8. That's it. Got it? Any questions? No? All right.